God bless you. I'm so excited to be once again with you all through our social media platforms. And then this new season and this program that's called We Will Raise an Altar. Back in 2024, at the end of the year, I was asking God for direction and guidance for this year, 2025. And we were putting everything in the hands of the Lord, our family, our ministry, and everything that God has given us by grace. And as the year was ending, God spoke to me and said, Eder, I need you to go back and do videos once again. I didn't respond. In 2025, again, the Lord spoke through my wife and said, I have given Eder an assignment and I need him to do what I have called him to do. And I went through a time of prayer and asking God for confirmation once again, even though I had received his confirmation. And the Lord told me, remember what I have done for you. And when he said remember, he wanted me to remember what he had done previously through 2020 through 2023. As you know, we went through lives, we would do time of prayers, time of giving a word from the Lord, and everything that God had given us through our time of devotion, our time of prayer, our time of in the secret place. And through those years, we saw awesome and powerful things happen. We saw restoration, we saw miracles, we saw the hand of God restore so many people in different parts of the world. So when he said to remember, I was like, okay, God, I understand. But I didn't act on it. I was asking God what time, what moment. And the only thing that the Lord told me, I will give you the time and I will give you the moment and I will give you the strategies for you to do this once again. I will give you the new for this moment, for this time. And I remember that in the middle of the year, I was praying and I was crying out to God because I had seen an influence of wrong doctrine, of false teachings, of false prophets rising up, and that they're lying to people and unfortunately deceiving a lot of people. And in that time of prayer, the Lord spoke to me and said, Eder, I need you to rise up. I need you to share what I have given to you, what words I have placed in your mouth. And I want to read to you a verse because in that time of prayer, the Lord really spoke to me. And I want to share this with you tonight. I want to talk to those people in these next episodes, in the next few months, in the next few years, whatever God has given us or the time that God will give us to do this. I want to tell those people that have the voice of the Lord in their mouth to rise up. There's so much falseness going around. There's so much wrong doctrine being preached, but the men and women of God are silent. There's so much deceivedness going on in the world, and the men of women of God have to rise up for this generation. And the purpose behind we will raise an altar is a place where God encounters men. If you read from Genesis, all the different chapters of the book, different books of the Bible, you will see that every time a man encountered God, he put an altar, he raised up an altar, a sign that God had revealed himself to that person, like Abraham, like Isaac, like Jacob, like Moses, like Elijah, different men of God. So raising up an altar means raising up a generation that knows who God is and bringing them back to that place of encounter. During these times, if I see something and I've been speaking around different parts of the world, I'm not a mega evangelist, I'm not an international evangelist that goes to thousands of places, but what God has shown me is a bride that has departed from the altar. What God has shown me is a bride that has forsaken their first love. What God has shown me over the past 3 years, about to be 3 years, that I've been speaking or preaching around different churches, is a bride that has left the bridegroom in the altar. And let me tell you that God has not forsaken his place. God has not forsaken the secret place. God has not forsaken that place where you encounter her. You know who forgets or who leaves that place is us. And God is asking for a church. God is asking for its bride to return to Him, to return to Him with all your love and all your devotion, all your passion. That you would return back to the time of prayer, that you would return back to the sound doctrine, that you would return back to reading and meditating His word, that you would return back to falling deeper in a relationship with the Lord. And as I was praying and asking the Lord showed me this verse, which I want to leave it as the foundation of this program, which is Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, "Who shall I send, and who will go for us?" And I said, "Here I am, send me." So, in the midst of everything that's going on, in the midst of the circumstances, in the midst of the problem, God is asking, "Who shall I send?" Will it be you? Will you rise up from your comfort zone? Would you rise up from that state of slumberness or sleepiness? Will you rise up from that place where you were never intended to be and where the Lord never placed you? Will you be that one person that will say, "Here I am, Lord, send me"? So I invite you to keep watching what God has given us, to share the message of the Lord. We know that we're not perfect. We know that this is given by grace, and to God be all the glory and the honor. So don't miss out every episode, every message, because I know that it will impact our generation and the future generations to come. May the Lord bless you, and we'll see you in our first program that's going to come out in a few days. God bless you.